Hello and welcome to a brand new preview episode for Black and Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
Oh.
All right, guys. We are back. This is a preview episode for episode 279, Tyler Perry's Duplicity. This is yet another Tyler Perry movie where he is letting us know he just found out about a new word. So duplicity, I think, is the new word. Here's the logline for this movie. High-powered attorney Marley faces her most personal case yet when she is tasked with uncovering the truth behind the shooting of her best friend Fela's husband. Look, I have not seen this movie. It is out, and I'm just, again, going on the record that I think the woman who is the main character, who is very concerned about her friend's husband, she was fucking him, and that's the duplicity that is happening in this movie. That is my prediction. Again, I've not seen this movie. On a scale of
that's almost kind of like,
1,
that's not a surprise. This is Tyler Perry. He's not exactly the most thought-provoking director in the world or writer.
No,
so we all guessed that shit when we heard.
You're not really,
like when we
you're not really going out on a limb.
No, look, I just want to go on the record and just say that this feels like a bargain basement ass plot. So let's see. That's the goal at this point, is just to see if we can guess the ending on these ChatGPT written ass scripts. So Tyler Perry's Duplicity is available right now, streaming on Amazon Prime. So check that out. I'm sure we will have a good time with that one. And Tiara will be back next week. Whether Terrence will be here remains to be seen.
Who knows? Because I don't look, man. I'm telling you, this is not the topic this nigga should be directed. No.
You think he needs to get a little bit more serious in these times?
I'm talking about the subject matter at hand. A guy getting shot by the cops and they didn't do anything wrong, and there's about to be some stupid fucking plot for it. I don't like that.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, that's a valid point of using a very serious thing that black people deal with
for some shenanigans in the end. I don't want to see that shit, man.
Right. No, like this is quite easy.
I may or may not be on it.
Like, this is quite easy. Just make the husband white, right? Like, and then you could just like run the same dumb fuck story. So, but I'm sure that he's going to try to make it interesting. So we'll see.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, I'll put that in quotes. So the random topic this week is there was a video by New York Undercover's Malik Yoba. Like you forever, you're just gonna be Malik Yoba from New York. He did a video. Yeah, it's like forever. I was like 14 when that show came out. But he did a video like on X or something where he's like walking down the street, I guess in New York, because I assume Malik Yoba is not allowed to leave New York. But he was like, look, we need to stop referring to ourselves. I stopped referring to myself as a black man or a person of color or BIPOC. And I'm just going to start referring to myself as a non-white man. Now, upon hearing that, the three of us were like, fuck Malik Yoba. Like that was our sentiment, right? Which seems reasonable. But it turns out he's like being sarcastic, right? He's like trying to make a point that in order to sort of maybe force white people to acknowledge their own bigotry, that having people who are not white refer to themselves as non-white keeps the idea of their race being different and putting whiteness like sort of at the forefront, and making them actively other these people. I assume that is his argument, but it seems to be. So I apologize to Mr. Yoba if I'm incorrect. I think that's stupid. I don't think that does anything. I think this is playing against racism on the margins and with semantics. If white people are racist against black people or any person of color, they'll just tell you. Or they won't say anything and just continue to set up a society that systemically is bigoted towards people of color. So I don't know what this actually does. What are your thoughts?
It doesn't do anything. Like this whole minute, like he's saying this because like this administration is doing all this crazy shit, DEI, getting rid of DEI and all that stuff. We know why they're getting rid of DEI. They don't like niggas. They don't like people of color. They don't like us. Or they don't think we're smart enough. Or women, right? Yeah. Unless you're just parroting what they want you to, unless you're just saying what they want you to tell the public, that dumb bitch they got standing in front of the press every day and just lying to people. But anyway, that's beside the point. This is stupid. It's dumb.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm a non-white person. Yeah, no shit. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Move out of the way, nigger. Like
Right. Right.
What
doesn't
do
make
we
any
do
sense.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to be called black? I got a word for you. Like,
I've been queuing this shit up for fucking 25 years.
It's just like, I had that shit in tuck for the last 30 years. Am I allowed to say it now? I don't have to call you black anymore, nigger.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks.
Thanks, Malik.
Yeah, like
Cool.
it just doesn't this reeks of like, I don't want to call Malik Yoba dumb. I don't think he's dumb, right? I don't. But this just reeks of someone who is educated beyond their intelligence, trying to make a point, right? They had a half-baked idea and just kind of threw it out there without, really thinking about it, right? Like, somebody who think they're funny and clever and is like, well, we should just call ourselves. It's like that guy. There's a white guy who does these videos, and he's sitting he's usually like eating like alone because he's obviously conservative, right?
Oh,
and
the date right guy?
I guess he's like, he says these things that sound like common sense ideas to dumb people.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And
he does the like if they have gun-free zones, if those work, why don't we have rape-free zones?
Rape-free zones. Well,
that's everywhere.
Right. Like that implies that it's okay to rape people outside of the rape-free. Like, it doesn't. It's that he did that.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because that is dumb. Like, it's not clever. It's not witty. It's not sarcastic. It's a half-baked, joke of an idea.
Why don't we have rape-free zones? I'm sorry, I don't want to catch up. Like, what?
Bro.
This is a guy who created a conservative dating application, and it didn't do well because it was all just a fucking sausage party because women don't want to fuck MAGA idiots. So.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but like, I couldn't get past that. Like,
no, but he said that shit, right? He said that, and that's the type of idiocy that not quite that idiotic, but like, it's in the neighborhood, right? It's in the black part of that neighborhood, right? So, I think he just didn't think this through. But like, even if he was like serious, like, again, it makes white people the main character.
Exactly.
And that's not. Nah, nobody's.
White people are not the main characters in my fucking story. I don't want that. Like, and if I have to call myself non-white, that means I'm comparing myself to them, and I'm not trying to do that. Fuck out of here. And that's corny.
Like, you're set. You're set. And again, I get that he's being sarcastic. We all get that. So don't go in the comments. Well, if you watch the video, we watch the video. Relax. But the point is, he's making this idea that somehow if you can reference or make a joke at least in referencing whiteness to take down whiteness, yet it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know what actually would be beneficial to black people on a quite serious note? Stop giving a fuck about what white people think and live your life. That's more effective, right? Like, yeah, you live in the world with white people. Yes, white people are in charge of this country and are fucking destroying it. And don't worry, they're destroying it for white people too. So just worry about what you can do in your life. That's far more effective. And if you say, okay, well, he's being sarcastic, which obviously we know that he is, then what is the actual point, right? To be sarcastic would be to then be making the opposite point, that we should be like, I'm black and I'm proud type of shit. Like, cool. we're already doing that. So again, this is to Micah's point. He's out kicking his coverage, right? Like that saying, right? Like it's a half baked idea, and it's fucking going nowhere. Like it's just going nowhere. Here I'll pivot a little bit. What's the guy? He's on like ESPN or something like that. He's like a white dude. He kind of looks. This sounds offensive, but this is the best way I can describe it. He looks like a Spaniard, right? He's got like the long hair. He does like and he looks like a Spaniard from a pirate. Yeah, he looks like a Spaniard from like a pirate movie. But he's like a pretty smart.
No idea who you're talking about.
He's like a pretty smart dude. He's like the anti Stephen A. Smith. Like I know they go at it. They have a couple of times. But he was talking about how like the whole thing with people calling Jackie Robinson now a DEI hire, right? Which is fucking super
unbelievable,
right? And he was like, and here's an idea of making a point and actually making a very good one, right? And he said, people's response is Jackie Robinson's not a DEI hire. He was like, what you're doing is then making the argument that a DEI hire is bad. He was like, Jackie Robinson absolutely is a DEI hire. He just also happens to be one of the best baseball players, and he was incredibly qualified to be there. Like, he was put there for the fact that for diversity, equity, and inclusion, and then he also kicked the shit out of everybody else that he played with. Like, make them make the argument of why him being there is bad. It's not that he's not a DEI. Like, he was put there very, very explicitly for that reason. Like, make white people make the argument. Like, and that's why I've seen people say, stop saying DEI. Make white people make the argument why diversity, equity, and inclusion is bad. Because it's easy to say something is bad when you can just blow it off as like an acronym. But when you actually have to say the words, you're like, oh, you think diversity is bad. Please tell me to my black face why that actually doesn't make sense, or why these other people shouldn't get these chances. Well, it's not fair that they're not qualified. There's nothing in those three words that says they're not qualified, right? So like make them make the argument. Like that actually to me is a far better thing than whatever the fuck Malik Yoba's talking about. I'll try to find
I saw a video of Pete Buttigieg arguing DEI with some dummy. And he was like, okay, well, let's look at those words, diversity, equity, and inclusion. You are against that. So one could surmise that you are pro uniformity, inequity, and exclusion.
Oops.
Is that like, what you want?
Those words mean?
and they were dumbfounded because like it was like well that doesn't sound good. So yeah, to your point, like that's what we should do. We should stop using letters, right? Because people don't know what acronyms are or abbreviations, and two, they're easily dismissed. DEI, LGBTQ, IA plus, like they call those people the alphabet people.
Yeah,
because it's just a bunch of letters that just are strung along, and people are just tired of hearing those letters. No, say the words. Say the words.
Yeah, I mean the easiest thing to do, like there was. Who was it? Oh, fuck. What is the New York guy who couldn't stop showing his fucking dick? He used to be a congressman. Anthony Weiner.
Anthony Weiner.
Just look at it. Just look at it for the love of God. Like, we got it, Anthony. We got it. He was interviewing this black conservative. This is like, I don't know, maybe a year ago. And he was interviewing this black conservative, and the black conservative was like, I don't agree with DEI. He was like, can you just tell me what DEI stands for? And he was like, well, why are you as a white man trying to, treat me like I don't know what the acronym is? He was like, I'm not sure. He's like, just tell me what it means.
Talking about?
Like, he was just like, just tell me what it means. And the guy clearly didn't actually even know, as he's railing us, he didn't know what it meant. And so he's like, all right, is it diversity you have a problem with, or equity, or inclusion? Which one of the three do you have a problem with? And the second you have to spell it out, the dude was like, well, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's like, yeah, exactly. Because you sound fucking insane, especially as a black man, to be like, I'm against diversity. Really? With your black face? Okay, that's strange as fuck. So yeah.
Well, then they always pivot to like, well, he didn't get the job because he was black. He got the job just because he was diverse. He wasn't really qualified. I'm like, well, okay.
How do you know that?
So is that how you think? Because it's basically the same thing as fucking. What was it? What did they get rid of recently?
Affirmative action.
God damn! What the hell? Affirmative action, right?
Yeah,
it's kind of like an offshoot of that, right?
Yeah,
but it's just for everybody, and that's what they'll go to. It's like, well, they weren't qualified; he just had to fill a quota. I'm like, well, no, they didn't. You're not going to give somebody a job just because they're black. I mean, they may have used to do that. That's kind of like to honestly, that was a bit of a thing. But they don't do that shit.
Well, and also
they don't do that.
I heard somebody mention this, and I thought this was a really good point. Nobody gives anybody a job. You're paying people to work for you.
Yeah.
You are a business. Like this is how insane these arguments
are. I'm hiring you to fuck my business up, nigga.
Right. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like, hey, I've got my $1 billion fucking hedge fund. Well, they're just giving out all these DEI jobs. Really? You think these billionaires can't wait to put their money in the hands of an unqualified person? I don't fucking think so. Like, it's just that the pool of people they used to look at were all lily fucking white. Because they were, here's all the qualified lily ass white people, white men, that could work here. And now the bowl got bigger, and they're like, here's a bunch of lily white ass dudes who can work here. Also, we sprinkled in a couple of dames and some Negroes and some Spanish motherfuckers in here, and a couple of Asians and some niggas from India. Now move your hand around and fucking pick. Oh, look, I'm going with this person. All right, that's it. That is the difference. The bowl of candidates are all qualified. It's just that the bowl of candidates looks slightly different. That's it. Like, to say that you're against DEI or diversity, equity, inclusion very specifically is to say that every single person that has those jobs that's not a white straight male was undeserving of it. And only white straight men are the only people who could possibly do these jobs. That's simply not true. Like, historically, it's not true. So I've never understood that thought process. But then again, I don't have a smooth brain. So that's a big part of it. Yeah, this is wild to me.
The FAA, like the air traffic controllers, right?
Mm-hmm.
They said that there were too many DEI hires in like the FAA. And DEI, they did DEI for that. And they were like, Trump was like, there are people with like missing limbs and all this other shit in the FAA working there. First of all, those people were like the janitors and shit like that. You know what percentage of the air traffic controllers are white and men? You know what the percentage?
99%?
It's a little lower than that. It's 78%.
Well, I mean, gotta get those.
It's 78% of all air traffic controllers are white men. So there wasn't really a whole lot of diversity in that fucking.
Are white men losing?
Job. Right? What the fuck are we talking about? Like,
it's just the Chris Rock line. Like, if white people are losing, who the fuck is winning? Like, what are you talking about?
One-legged boy who wouldn't play with me, and I'm rich.
Yeah,
that joke it's this evergreen joke, because it's true.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's
fucking ridiculous.
I don't get it.
Yeah, they're just getting rid of all this woke DEI. Like, stop letting white people fucking destroy shit. That's all they like. White people just do. All they do is destroy shit. And I'm not going to let them destroy the fact that I'm black. I'm just no.
Right. Like other people come up with it. They like it. They use it. They use it to the point of excess.
Mm-hmm.
And then they destroy it. Like, it's, I mean.
They're kind of like parasites.
Just look at history, right? Right. Like, just look at history. Like, it's
Nick Wright. Nick Wright is the guy I was thinking of.
Nick Wright?
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking of another guy who's a bit of a dummy. You guys know who
He's
Robert Griffin you guys know who Robert
Oh,
Griffin
yes.
III is, right?
He's
He's
an
a
it.
coon. I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So-
That nigga is not given any reason for me to think he's not a coon. I'm just saying.
No, no.
Did you hear what he said earlier about
No, go for it. I did.
not.
Oh, okay.
Christ.
Okay. Well, so with the Jackie Robinson thing being scrubbed, his military service being scrubbed from the annals of history, Robert Griffin. A lot of people talked about it, right? Like Stephen A. Smith talked about it on First Take, and a bunch of people talked about it. This is absolutely wrong. What the fuck are you doing? Those Raptors tested that fence and got shocked, so they put the stuff back up, right? Robert Griffin III said he tweeted out.
That name even sounds white. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it sounds very waspy, doesn't it? It sounds very waspy.
Griffin III.
Like, yeah, knock it off. The way you look, no, nigga, you're a nigga. Like, knock it off. You're not.
He said.
Anyone.
So he said that daytime sports talk shows should not be about politics, right?
Sure.
And then he tweeted, "This tweet is not about Jackie Robinson. His significance can't or should never be erased. Breaking the color barrier in baseball in itself is not political. Jesse Owens winning 4 gold medals in and of itself was not political."
That was more political. That was more political. That's more political than the Jackie. Student of history, dude. Be a student of history. Be a student. Hey, no, just a question, Mr. the Third. Just a question. Hey, what country was the Olympics in when Jesse Owens won his gold medals? Any guess?
Wasn't that Germany?
Yeah, Nazi Germany.
Okay. Yeah. With Hitler sitting up there.
Yeah.
Okay, here's
Like the Bill Burr joke when they're driving.
Oh, you're
home,
not.
like,
Oh, there's more. Okay.
There's more. Jack Johnson becoming the first black boxing heavyweight champ in and of itself was not political. They all had political ramifications. They all challenged the status quo of racial barriers to fair play, race relations, and civil rights. They should always be acknowledged and never forgotten. They shouldn't be used as an excuse to push political agendas in sports shows on national television to an audience there to consume sports content. I just wanted to make sure I got the whole thing out because I want to be fair, right? I want to make sure I got the whole thing out. And then a couple of days later, he wanted to walk it back.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
fucking big ass dummy. What are you talking about, dude?
Here's the thing that Robert Griffin III, is that his name? Robert? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
The third doesn't seem to understand. Me being black in America is political.
Thank you. That's it.
Full stop.
That's
Full
it.
stop. There have been movements because of black folks in this country that are just nothing but politics. Like our existence in this country is political. We were in this country as less than human because politically we were 3/5 of a person.
Right.
It was written. We were 3/5 of a person. We
Before
couldn't
now?
vote. That's some political shit. Not being able to vote
In the
Like, we are
60s, my
we
nigga.
were not allowed in the political process. My
Right.
mother was born in 1965,
Right.
the year black people got the fucking right to vote. She just turned 60 years old in January.
Right. Why
What are
y'all
we
acting
talking
like this? Like, why are you acting like
This shit ain't. This
like
is not
1,000
new.
years ago?
This.
Nigga, your ancestors
Everything-
were 60%
don't
of a
have-
person, yo. Like,
We do not have universal health care in this country because of politics, because of us. It's not our fault. It's because white people are fucking evil. And they were like, hey, if we had fucking universal health care in this country,
Yep.
we got to give it to black folks. And I don't want to do that. So fuck
That's how
that.
insidious
That's why
it is.
your
They were-
motherfucking grandmother is dying because she can't afford her fucking insulin because they didn't want to give black people health care. And our fucking policies are through the roof as far as cost is concerned. instead of being able to be in like Canada. They're like, yo, I got a cough. Okay, you might be on a waiting list, but you can go to the goddamn doctor and get checked out for free. You don't have to pay for that shit. You don't have to pay a copay. You don't have to pay out of pocket. It's free. But because we're black and they hate us, we don't get that luxury in this country.
Yep. You'd rather
There's a lot of luxuries we don't get because of black folks. And it's not our fault. It's because white people don't like us. So everything about us is political. Regardless of what you think. I know there's a lot of niggas out there that's like, everything got to be politics. Yes, it is.
It is.
Everything is political when it comes to us. It is. This country is shaped because of how we've been treated in this country politically for 400 years. It's a fact.
Like you think that the school system is set up the way it is for what reason? Why do you think schools exist? Right? Schools were designed, especially in America, schools were designed as a way to get people to have a few skills to send your ass to into the workforce, right? To work in a fucking factory. Why? Why did it have to sort of transition? Because slavery ended. Like, that's the reason. Our mere existence absolutely is political, right? The idea that, just going through his dumb fuck tweet, that, Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier in baseball in itself is not political. Baseball is considered America's pastime. It is it's a cornerstone of what we see as a nation. It's not really anymore, right? But as a nation, like
Dominican pastime.
Wow, go in there, dominate that shit. Good for them. But it was considered a cornerstone of American life. But we were not allowed to. Right, we were not allowed to participate in that for political reasons. Part of it is I'm really trying to compete with these niggas because they're gonna tear our ass up in sports. Like, this is a fact. It's a fucking fact.
Niggas doing in the fields.
They can run. But that is unbelievably ignorant. The Jesse Owens comment somehow is one of the dumbest things I quite literally have ever read from an adult male in the last 30 minutes. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? Jesse Owens winning 4 gold medals in and of itself is not political. We literally won those 4 gold medals during the Olympics in Nazi Germany. Not sure if you're aware, Robert, but Nazi Germany, not the biggest fan of fucking DEI, bro. Not. They went there like, we will send a perfect white man, blonde, blue-eyed. They will win every race. And Jesse Owens was like, not on my fucking watch. And even dealing with all the racism and shit that he dealt with in the U.S., he went over to Nazi Germany. He kicked white people's asses in America, flew his ass over to Nazi Germany, and then embarrassed these niggas in front of fucking Hitler and all of them on their fucking turf. Ironically.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of a superior race.
Yeah. He beat the brakes off of their ass. And look, here is the rub, right? About especially the Jesse Owens thing. One, I just cannot believe a fucking person in sports would say something so stupid. A black person in sports at that. But here's the rub. White people watch, Jesse Owens, we kicked the Nazis' ass. That was awesome. Yeah, that was great. Here's the part that you miss. America won those gold medals, and Jesse Owens won those gold medals because of diversity. Right? What makes America's superpower is its diverse population. It is. I have now lived in a place for 2 fucking years that is not as diverse of a population. When I go back to the US, it is a wonderful thing to fucking see. It is. It's just nice to be like, oh shit, like they got that one and that one and that. Oh, look, different shades, right? Like, but it is America's superpower. The reason that America has far less citizens and dominates the Olympics over China or a lot of times it's like they're 1 and 2, right? We're like basically tied with them a lot of times. And we have far less people is because we have people from fucking everywhere. That we got a nigga who can run fast. We got one who can, swim super quick. We got all of that shit That's diversity. Diversity is America's superpower. So when you say that you don't like diversity, you don't like all of the things about America that everybody goes, I love America. It's so fucking cool. When people from overseas talk about the positive shit they love about America, it's not because white people are the ones there. It's not. There's white people everywhere. You can go to fucking England. People come to America because it's diverse. I know white people love to believe that that's not true. You're fucking wrong. You're wrong. It's just fundamentally, you are wrong. I like the culture of like hip hop culture, or, you know, like the American swagger and like America's fun loving shit. That comes from its diverse population. Us. When white conservatives talk about it, people come to this country so they can start a small business and that's what they love. That's not the thing that people talk about that they love. You can start a business somewhere else. But the opportunity to bring your ideas and your business to a large swath of people of different mindsets and different views and religions and creeds and all this other shit, that's the power of America. And if you don't understand that, then you fundamentally don't understand what the country is or is trying to be.
Should be.
Right? Right? Like the thing behind me, I keep the Captain America flag on there because I love America. It's the ideal of America, right? That's what it's supposed to be. The diversity aspect is what it's supposed to be. But when you hear people like Robert Griffin III say some dumb shit like this, I'm like, you know what? Some people should be deported. Like, some people need to be deported. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, you don't even understand the political aspects of your own blackness. That's
the shit that pisses me off. I don't like when black people be like, why you gotta make everything political? It's like, nigga, okay.
Everything about your fucking daily life has been mapped out based on politics. It is. The fact that your neighborhood has no grocery stores, or it's got shitty schools or stuff like that, or it's over policed or under policed, or drugs are running rampant, or you live in a nice quiet neighborhood, or all your neighbors are highly educated and stuff like that. Those things are not by happenstance. That's politics. So to act like, why is it all politics? It is. The fact that you haven't figured this shit out while the country's being ripped the fuck apart, wake up. Like, just wake the fuck up. I don't understand this. This nigga is an idiot. Robert Griffin III is an idiot. He is an idiot.
Well, we know that. We've known that for quite some time.
Now, he was a quarterback, right?
Yeah, he was a quarterback.
All right. If he ain't doing nothing,
injury-prone quarterback.
Yeah, he played for the Redskins. Is that correct? I remember.
He played for the Washington Commanders and the Ravens briefly.
He played for the Ravens?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
He was a backup briefly.
He was a backup. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
fuck him. All right, this is one of the.
No, look. In the interest of full disclosure, he did try to walk it back. I'm not going to read the whole thing. You can find it if you want. But
let's give people a gist of his baby. Please, baby, please.
I never said what some are claiming I did about Jackie Robinson, Jesse Owens, or Jack Johnson, but I understand how many have heard it. That's on me. You said what you said, bro. Like
I read it. I didn't hear it third hand. I read it. It's under the tweet that you're tweeting. Like, I read it. You said Jesse Owens winning 4 gold medals in and of itself was not political. Period. That's what you said. And I said, you're a fucking idiot. Like,
their achievements in their achievements in the face of racism had immeasurable impact on civil rights, moving civil rights forward.
Hold, pause.
Well, then,
hold. Civil rights. Civil rights. Civil rights. Where do those come from? You're a creator? Civil rights. You live in a society, a civilization run by a government with politicians.
Oh my God. Oh man. I mean, like that.
Does he have CT? Hold on. In fairness, does he have CT? Did he take a lot of hits?
He took one big hit from Granada, and that ended his fucking career.
Good. Bend your knees. Maybe back. This nigga said, I didn't say that. But you did though.
Oh man,
Civil rights.
Yeah, you get the gist of it. It's
He's so
I got
stupid.
dropped.
Holy
I got
shit.
dropped. She's like, I got dropped into a debate about Jackie Robinson and DEI that I didn't want to get into, which is why you put your opinion out there. You put your opinion out there, then you're in it. So I don't. I think people don't know how social media works, which is why I don't use it.
I love that. I was dropped into this. You typed this out. Like
you didn't have to say shit.
You didn't have to say anything. Saying that there's civil rights, but also that it's not political is. Oof. Everybody should find out where he works, what his address is, and then just start mailing this nigga just thesauruses, like just a bunch of them, like because he don't know anything. He needs help with words. Wow.
Oh man,
that was really dumb.
Yeah, that was amazing. Is this? And I understand there is going to be a lot of competition over the next year. I'm putting this up as the dumbest thing a black person has said in 2025. This is up there. We should make a chart. Like, is this dumber than that time he said that Jesse Owens is not political? Like, yeah. I'm gonna make a chart. And anytime a black person,
I feel like some niggas have said some really dumb shit this year so far. We're only 2 months in. We're 3 months in. 4 months, 3.5, whatever.
This is up there.
2 months in.
This is one of the dumbest. Like quite literally one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
That was really stupid. He named like a bunch of people that was all political. So it's not just
like
Jack Johnson,
literal pioneers. Like what the fuck? Like
Barack Obama being elected president as the first black president is not political in any way.
Why are you doing politics?
I mean, he's just a dude. Like, why y'all making a big deal about it?
Yeah, Barack Obama was a DEI hire.
Yeah, by like 70 million people or 40 million. Twice.
I mean, technically, diversity, equity,
I mean, he there. That's just that is baffling. That is truly baffling that some adult person would say that out loud. But like he's obsessed with like dating white women too, right? Like that's his whole thing.
Well, he has a white wife, and
I thought he said some shit.
Well, he very much loves his wife, which which is good. I love my wife, right? But he tends to put her on a pedestal, right? Like,
you're supposed to put your wife.
No. I bet you didn't know white women could do this.
Oh, right? No, I don't like that. Shut the fuck up.
Nah, you can get out of here with all that, man. Like, just tone it down. Somebody called him a cornball brother on television once, and I was like, "Oh, come on, guys, that's."
Oh, I remember that clip.
Yeah. And that taught me not to doubt my elders. Because that was 100%. You just a cornball nigga, yo. Like, and look, I'm a bit of a cornball nigga too. But goddamn, yo, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but you're not stupid. Yo. Like, this guy is an idiot. Like I am. If it wasn't so dumb, it would almost be impressive that someone could say something so fucking boneheaded. Wow, dude. It has nothing to do. All right.
Yeah, he didn't walk anything back. He just was like,
yeah, it's kind of like a non-apology.
Like, yes, you did.
I mean, it's right there. It's right. And like you said, Jay, it's literally under, right? The tweet is right under the tweet that you just posted.
Like, I didn't say that. I can see it. Like, what's the Cat Williams line? Like, nigga, you know we can see you. Like, it's right there. Why are you talking to us like we're crazy? Yeah. I don't like the. I don't like the whole. I bet you didn't know a white woman could do that. Like, knock it off. Like, I don't just like it. Like, you love your wife. You love your wife. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to feel shame about it. It
sounds like Snow Bunny in peace.
Yeah, like
just
yeah.
Black queens never snow. No, like what is it? Black snow bunnies never black queens. What is it? I forgot what that nigga says.
One, it's black queens forever.
Snow bunnies never, black queens forever. Yeah, black queens forever.
But you got to say it 3 times. You got to say it.
Yeah,
black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. You gotta say it
so fucking insane.
He's hilarious.
If you don't say it 3 times, it don't count.
Yeah, it's like it's like candy, man.
It's like Beetlejuice, nigga. You gotta say the shit 3 times for it to sink in.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Didn't he say Jigaboo on TV as well? At one point.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's an uncouth nigga from Philadelphia. Like they do some wild shit.
Well, I mean,
I still want to see this nigga do a stand up. I really do, because that nigga's hilarious.
He could pull it. He could pull it off. All right, that is it for us. Holy shit, that was. This was my Terrence Howard math moment. I think. Like, I'm truly fucking baffled by it. It really was something. What was it?
He's been a fucking moron.
Yeah, 2 times 1 is 1 or whatever, or 1 times 1 is 2.
1 times 1. One time is 2.
What? That's still one of the all-time craziest fucking moments. I'm sorry. Will.
Oh my goodness!
They brought that dude to Harvard and made him talk to real smart people, and they tried. They did a great job. Those kids didn't laugh once. I'd have had to stand up and walk the fuck out. I'd be like, my parents didn't pay for this shit. Like, I gotta go. All right, that's it for us. We will be back next week with Tyler Perry's Duplicity. Should be a time. All right, later, guys.
Always remember, Brown v. Board of Education, in and of itself, not political.
You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of Black movies, past and present. And every other week, we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the Black community.